And the cold is setting in across much of the Badger State, and people are preparing to keep warm. So for today's On Our Mind, we're asking, what is the most unfortunate cold weather experience you have endured?
You and I have had similar situations that we were talking about.
What happened for you, Devin?
Well, I will tell you this. I think it was after winter. It was a side effect of it. I had just gotten home. This was before I started at Channel 12, so I was still working at the box factory at home. I was just gotten off. I was taking a shower. Noticed my water pressure was lower than usual. So I of course, had gotten out, threw a towel on, went to see what was up, heard a noise in the basement. Water leak, pipe burst. And of course, I'm like, Dad, I was looking for Dad, and of course, he's right outside the garage, and of course, I'm not going outside in a towel, so I screamed at the loudest of my lungs, and fortunately, he heard me, and I'm like, we have a burst pipe in the basement. So fortunately, we found the safety valve, and we were able to stop the leak, so to prevent the damage. So then once I finished, so that I was able to run back, finish my shower. So, and then the cleanup began. Oh, yes. Well, actually, he worked on the cleanup while I finished up, because all this took place while I was still wearing a towel. So that was probably one of the craziest experiences I had with a winter side effect.
Yeah, well, that is something. I was over in Minneapolis for New Year's Eve back when I was in college, and I had 3 roommates, and they were all back at their houses, you know, in their respective states, different states at the time. And I was the only one there, and I was getting ready. It was like probably 4 or 5 in the afternoon. It was New Year's Eve. You're going to go see some friends, head out for the evening. And it sounded like a gunshot went off in the place. And turns out a pipe burst, because we lived on, there was an exposed wall.
You too.
A pipe burst above my roommate's closet in his room. And it just doused. And he was in the business school, doused all of his suits and shoes. And, yeah. I mean, he had renter's insurance, thankfully, and he was able to get them replaced. But still, the hassle of going to get those all replaced. I mean, it was a full closet. He had quite a few things. But then the worst, I mean, a more bad thing, I suppose, another on top of it, is the whole apartment flooded. We had like 4 inches or so of water on the floor throughout all of the bedrooms. So I was running through, getting everyone's stuff off the ground, throwing it on tables and beds.
You couldn't find a safety valve to shut it off?
In the apartment building? No, it was...
Or in your immediate apartment, you couldn't find it?
No, there wasn't that in our apartment. It was like up a hallway and like down. You know, nothing we could do about that. We're not the landlord. So it was a time, and yeah. So I had to call the fire people and the police, got them all there. Our neighbor's apartment was flooding, the hallway was flooding. It was a whole adventure. And then the building tried to blame us for them having copper piping not insulated on an exposed wall. So it was a whole debacle.
Oh, man. So you and I both had an experience with burst piping. Ours was in the basement, so it still was bad, though. Thankfully, it was not a finished basement, so at least could have been worse. But still, it messed a lot of stuff up that was under that burst pipe, which took a bit to clean up. But yeah, you sound like your situation was much worse than ours, although mine was just bad timing, but still.
Well, either way, Devin, we've got more to talk about this morning.